717 TASMAC liquor outlets shut in one go. And the locations chosen are significant near places of worship, educational institutions, and public transport hubs. The move helps Vijay position himself as a leader, making significant changes, taking the moral high ground on public health and social order, while also targeting a long-standing criticism against successive Tamil Nadu governments, that is, dependence on liquor revenue. But the politics behind the move is layered. Tamil Nadu earns nearly 15% of its revenue from liquor sales, among the highest in the country. TASMAC generated over 48,000 crore rupees in 2024-25, which, by the way, is the highest it has earned in years, despite the number of TASMAC outlets actually reducing. So despite the closures, Vijay is not announcing a prohibition. It's not a prohibition. It's not a ban. For now, it's not even a regulation on the sales of liquor. What is it? Instead, he appears to be balancing optics with economics. The shutdown near schools and colleges allow Vijay to push a youth and family-friendly image, something that has been the very heart of his poll campaigns. The closures near temples and churches are aimed at appealing to religious sentiments. He's assured women, children will be safe in Tamil Nadu. And removing shops near bus stands addresses women's safety and public nuisance concerns, issues that resonate strongly with urban and semi-urban voters. Politically, Vijay is also trying to draw a contrast with the previous regime, portraying himself as a reformer willing to take difficult but symbolic decisions. Despite what he has flagged and what many others have flagged is the state's financial stress. Vijay has unequivocally spoken of Tamil Nadu's massive debt burden while asking people for patience. He said, "We inherited a state with 10 lakh crore rupees as debt. We will release a white paper on state finances for transparency. I request people to be patient and give me the time to deliver promises. This is your government. I will work on basic issues like education and health." For Vijay, this is not just a liquor policy decision. It is his attempt at building an image of a welfare-focused, morally assertive, fiscally constrained chief minister trying to redefine governance and its optics in Tamil Nadu. And I'm being joined at this point by SMA Jamaluddin, who's a spokesperson for TVK, SS Sriram, who's a political analyst. Thank you very much, both of you, for joining me at this point. Well, SMA Jamaluddin, let's just start with you straight. A new government, some very important decisions, but at the forefront of it, it seems to be the crackdown on TASMAC outlets. How is this going to be backed up? Mr. Jamaluddin, if you can hear me.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. I'm not able to hear you.
Okay, Mr. Jamaluddin, my question is, an unprecedented move, a first-day move of sorts by Vijay, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. I call it unprecedented because it's just about his second day since he took oath, and this is the decision out there. But how is this going to be backed up?
Yes, ma'am. Your voice is breaking, but it is the main dream of our the people of Tamil Nadu, which is to be fulfilled by the dream Chief Minister, our Talabadi, Mr. Honorable Chief Minister Vijay. He has promised to make Tamil Nadu alcohol-free and drug-free without any bodai பொருள் எதுவுமே இல்லாமல். He has made a promise to abolish all drugs and alcohol. So in that case, this is the first step, and he has abolished. He has signed the order for closure of 717, 417 alcohol shops near bus stands, religious institutions, and schools, which will affect the school children and religious people and things. So initially, he has taken the step of wiping off these closure down of these TASMAC shops, which is government-run alcohol.
Sriram, do you look at it that way? Do you see it as the first step in the right direction?
Well, it's a small step, but definitely a welcome step. The most importantly, the shops chosen closer to the temples, the churches, the mosques, the schools. I think it is definitely one has to welcome that. But what is little more, I think the chief minister should probably, you know, bring that to his attention is that the previous regime, no matter there was a regular timing, but the entire stores were open 24/7. And the late night beyond 10 p.m., the stocks were sold at 1.5 times more or whatsoever. They were literally available 24/7. I will be more happier if there is the strict rule of, the timing that is normally from 9 to 10. It used to open up at 7 in the morning. People, the previous government guys can say anything. I live very close by to 3 TASMAC shops in the area that I live in. And 7 o'clock, I used to see people getting into the store, to the TASMAC and coming out. So that also, if CM could look into, I think it's a definite welcome step, to look forward to.
Okay, in fact, Sriram, while you're talking about this, let's just request my director to take the shots of those long serpentine queues that you find outside these TASMAC shops. And it's kind of important to put it in context for viewers as well. Those are the lines, these are not lines waiting for, possibly some service that they require. These are the lines, these are the queues outside TASMAC shops as it usually would be. This is a reality in several states. Now, you are essentially saying one thing that you would want to happen is the regulation of the hours that these shops are open. Here's my big question. Listen, there have been a drop in the number of shops even in the past. DMK has seen, has reduced the outlets as well. In fact, during Jayalalitha's time as well, if I'm correct, these outlets were dropped. There were, I think, 500 outlets that were shut during Jayalalitha's time.
Yes, you are right.
How much of a difference does this really make on the ground in terms of revenue? Why I'm asking you this question? Because over the period of time, outlets have reduced and we have that data completely, but the revenues have only increased. Last year, 24-25, actually saw the highest revenue.
So, I have two, at least the visuals that you're showing now could be on the day before, where probably if TASMAC is going to be closed tomorrow, maybe a Gandhi Jayanti, maybe something else. Those are the days that these kind of, crowd normally comes in front of the shop. Not otherwise, shops are quite okay. But the visuals at least you show is during, long holidays or during where the government holidays where the TASMAC shop might not be available, at least officially, though it was unofficially available. Some of them will stock. So those are the times when this kind of crowd goes. Otherwise, no. But two other point, there the previous government's finance minister, Mr. PTR Parnivel Rajan, had in fact had said it. Of course, it is in an audio which was released and which they deny. He says there was a huge pilferage in the TASMAC, to the tune of almost 30,000 crores. Now, TASMAC is a revenue spinner not only to the government, TASMAC is a revenue spinner also for the party. Now, Mr. Vijay, I'm sure he will also have this in his mind while he brings down, at least the shops near the schools and colleges and the worshipping places is not there. It's a welcome sign. I have, that is something which you can't deny. Yes, the people's, addiction has gone up. And in the last 5 years, I have not seen any promotion for de-addiction advertisements. Nothing. The previous government did nothing for de-addiction or some sort of a campaign. Nothing at all. Because they only wanted money for the government purpose and
Sriram,
also
it's
for their
interesting
purpose.
what you say, because whether it be during the campaign time or on the day that actually Vijay did take his oath, there's one thing that he mentioned: we will not leave addicts to themselves. We will ensure that they will be supported. He goes on to say that repeatedly. He said it many times during his rallies as well. He's spoken about safety of women and children, and that's possibly why one of the reasons why he's possibly taken the step of cracking down on TASMAC shops near religious places, schools, and otherwise as well. You have actor Vishal, who has praised him for that, saying it's been a huge nuisance. You are mentioning about similar instances. I'm being joined by B. Kolappan right now, who's a senior journalist. Good evening, sir. Thank you so much for joining me.
Good evening.
But very quickly, Jamaldeen, let me just come to you for one quick response. Interesting that Mr. Sriram says this. And I don't think there are many people, in fact, most of the people I have spoken to in Tamil Nadu do not oppose what Vijay has done. Everybody welcomes it. The finances of where it will come from, where will the revenues be alternated from, that's a different question. We'll get to that. I think that's always a secondary issue. But do you agree that even the hours have to be regulated? Sriram talking about how shops are even open at 7 in the morning.
It's a welcome statement by Mr. Sriram. It should also be regulated. In the state by state, it will be regulated. And the early morning hours can be postponed to 10 o'clock or something like that, after the office hours or something like that. Because
10 o'clock is not after office hours, sir.
Addiction creates people. They get up, they go, they should visit the house. So the times are also regulated. It will be regulated. It will be regulated, and even late nights before shutting down should be closed. Step by step, it will be done. Initially, our Talabadi has given this order for 770, which is nearby, which is affecting the people. So that should be, that's a very welcome state.
Okay, let me just get in Kolappan, Mr. Kolappan at this point. Mr. Kolappan, here's my question to you. Is this a reformist? Is this a reformist chief minister, as some may like to believe, or is this optics?
It's only, in my opinion, it's only, a symbolic set. Because earlier also the governments, whenever there are some problem, whenever there are complaints, they have closed or reduced the number of shops near temples, educational institutions, and previous government also removed shops along the national highways. The purpose is the drivers driving on the national highways will not drink. These are all excuses. These are lame excuses. If you want really interested in controlling, you must close down.
Close down what? Mr. Kolappan, close down what?
TASMAC shops, I'm saying.
All the TASMACs?
Yes.
Then what about a question. What about the right to drink?
What right to drink? It is there, but in the TASMACs are only encouraging the poor people. Others people also drink. I am also drinking.
People also have the right to drink. I mean, I do not want to sound in the opposite direction, but it's a simple thing. If somebody wants to drink, somebody can drink. It's a very different thing to become a social nuisance and to go on to the other side and to.
I do drink. See, even when there is a corona pandemic, most of the shops are closed. No, there is nothing happened in the society. People said that people will be suffering from depression, all alcoholic withdrawal symptoms. Nothing happened.
Well, I know of states, sir. I know of states, and I know this has happened in Tamil Nadu and Kerala border as well, where shops started delivering this. Government outlets started delivering this to homes because one, they needed revenues. They needed revenues, and two, there are people who cannot survive without that, and we are talking about extreme cases in this case. But since you brought in that argument, Mr. Sriram, you wanted to interject. You wanted to say something.
Yeah, well, two things. I mean, the highway TASMACs were closed not for token of symbolism. It was the Supreme Court order which said you can't allow, liquor shops on the highways, especially. So that was the reason, shops were opened or were closed. I mean, you can't say it is symbolism. It's an effort. I know the state is dependent on a 50,000 crore revenue, and for the kind of freebies that all these parties announced during the pre-poll, and having come to power, they have to somehow meet those expenses. So I agree. I understand that the TASMACs might not be closed completely, but the gesture is something which you need to agree. For Mr. Kolappan, who's sitting here, don't mind me saying this, sir. you say you have to close TASMAC, and when you asked him the right question as to my right to deny to drink, what happens to that? I mean, Tamil
I know,
Nadu politicians will make a
I
Tamil
told you that
Nadu
you, if you want to
politicians will
drink,
make a big issue if the central government says learn one language extra. They don't even mention Hindi. They just tell you learn one language extra. People will here come
Oh,
and
Mr.
say,
Sriram, you are going in a
people will
very
come and say,
different
what is
tangent.
that?
You are going in a
what
very
is
different
language?
tangent. No, Mr.
Kindly.
Sriram, you
Let
will have
me
to go into
complete.
you're going into a
Let
very
me
different
complete. No,
tangent,
let me
because if I
allow me
get
to
into
complete.
that tangent, then
Allow
this
me to
debate is
complete,
going to
please.
go in a very
Allow me
different
to
way, because
complete,
when the
please.
sentence says
No,
another
it's unfair.
language,
Allow me to
it
complete.
has many meanings. But Mr.
No, allow me
Sriram,
to
I'm
complete.
sorry, I cannot allow you to finish that
So
sentence,
that is wrong.
because if you
When
finish that
no, no,
sentence,
when a
then there has to be a
constructive,
counter to that
no, no,
sentence,
when
and
a
then we digress.
constructive central government gives an order, people sitting in Tamil Nadu say you are forcing it on
Mr.
us.
Sriram,
But now
constructive
here
or
someone
not
will say,
constructive, that
close
is on
TASMAC.
political
This
It
is
is not
prisons.
forcing
perspective
Let
us.
us
for
be
Tamil
at
Nadu.
that.
Please
But
do a
let
balancing
us
act.
be
Only
at
one
that. Let us
perspective
be at that. We'll come to that for another day. But Mr. Jamaldeen, a very important question that I have to ask you. Where's the money? Where's the money? Look at the poll promises that Vijay has made. And if we could just pull out those graphics that we had. Uh, uh, look at the poll promises that he has made.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah,
From
all these is all
gold
there.
to
But
saris to free
initially, Dharapati
electricity,
said,
the order that has
give me
been
the,
given.
yes.
I mean, fair, well and done for, all of these, the electricity per household,
Yes.
free electricity per household that has been given out. Now this TASMAC, good. Nobody says that, but does really Vijay have the funds? Because he said he wants to come out with a white paper saying we are getting 10 lakh crore debt.
The government should have the funds, man. Vijay at the head of the government,
Oh yes,
he
of
will
course.
give the
When I
funds
say
which is
Vijay, I
going to
don't
come to
mean
the
Vijay's
government.
pockets.
Welcome.
Of course, Vijay is the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, and that's why we are talking about him, for sure.
Number one,
But please go ahead.
that's correct. But initially, during the first he started swearing, he
All right, we seem to have some.
to deliver. Give me the time to deliver. You got the point. But he has asked the time to the people. Give me the time, maybe 6 months. Not initially. All the promises cannot be delivered immediately, but time is required. Similarly, funds also revenue will be pouring into the government in the various other sources. This is not the only source. This shouldn't be treated as the only source of revenue. This is a major revenue that is agreed, but initially we are closing down 717. Then gradually we'll be shutting down and we'll be concentrating on also where are the areas where it is getting generated more and which is not affecting the common man, common people or general poor people. There it will be thing. That is how we've got to balance it. The revenue should be balanced. We have lost revenue from this TASMAC, which should be generated with the correct revenue income from the other sources, which is to be dealt with through in the prolonged time. The revenue definitely comes in to a government. So those revenues have to be concentrated and brought in to the government to balance to meet out this loss of revenue. That is what it should be doing. But this closure of this TASMAC is welcomed. It's a welcome move, welcomed by all the parties, which is to be agreed by everyone.
Mr. Kolappan, my question is very simple. My question is absolutely simple. There may be a whole lot of discussions that may really happen with respect to Kerala, Punjab, Tamil Nadu, the consumption of alcohol, the sales from it, Tamil Nadu being the highest consumer of liquor for that matter, Kerala, Tamil Nadu getting the maximum revenues out of sales of liquor. All those are, facts out there in public. But the job that Chief Minister Vijay really has is to run the government, is governance. The promises are whopping promises. It's almost a 50%, a 50% surge in terms of the budget, or it's at least 50% more than the budget that already seems to be allocated right now. What are we really looking at, Mr. Kolappan? Practically speaking, the man has got...
Practically speaking, let me tell you one issue. You stop the pilferage from mining. It's one of the major source of income. Commercial taxes and registration. These are the three major areas a state government can easily make great deal of money. But no politician, no whether he is in opposition or in power, they will not make any effort to effectively manage these three departments. If they are ready to do it, forget about TASMAC, because no government will be able to close it, because the revenue is very important, and only through the revenue they take it from right hand and give it by the left hand. From the people, they are getting the money to TASMAC coffer. But what I am saying is, if Vijay is really interested in running the government in an efficient manner and want to fulfill all the political promises he made during his election campaign, these are the three departments I strongly believe should be streamed up for fulfill his demands, promises, I say.
All right. Mr. Sriram, how would you look at this? I mean, what would be the first top two challenges before Chief Minister Vijay?
No, obviously, Chief Minister Vijay should look at the debt that the state is facing, enormous debt.
At the end of the day, sorry I'm interrupting you, but he has said, it's not for money that I've come. You know that I've not come for money. I had enough.
I'm sure.
He said it. And the kind of conversations that he has had in public, I can't say conversations, the kind of conversations that he has triggered, the kind of statements that he has made over the 48 hours of him being sworn in, all are either carefully crafted, orchestrated around these issues, or he is being himself, whatever it is optics, it's for perception as well. And perception is important in politics. How much of this really will work out in practical?
See, obviously, it's he has to do a tough balancing act. While, as you rightly mentioned, he must have his perception right, he must have his move right. At the same time, he should also meet the expectations of the people. Quite a few challenges in front of him. But most importantly, I mean, if he's looking at the health of the state, the state condition of the state, it's something that he should look forward to. Something he must look to, generate revenues, not through TASMAC, at the exception of TASMAC. What are his plans to increase the revenue of the state, which is pretty important. So, and also to hold the leakages in the TASMAC revenue, which was happening earlier. If that could be stalled, there is a good amount of earnings that he could do. And I request only one thing. Today, Haryana, which is a 3 crore population, is much higher in GST collection last month than Tamil Nadu. See, I wish Tamil Nadu should be, for the kind of development it is in, should be at par with Gujarat or even Maharashtra. That is a bit of a concern to me. I think he needs to work on that. And as you rightly mentioned, or the de-addiction thought of CM is very welcome. But what sort of an awareness campaign is he going to do? What sort of all that is something which matters. It's quite a challenge in front of him.
It's actually going to be a huge challenge, because there are many states who have.
I am hopeful. I'm sure people, whoever they are, what they promise, if they don't walk the talk, they will face the music. So I am promised, and I would like to give at least a year before you constructively talk about Mr. Vijay. It's just 48 hours. And I only wish he does the best.
Why I'm saying it's going to be challenging, Sriram? Look at the neighboring states. You look at Kerala. They went on to remove the licenses of bars. 2 stars were not allowed to sell liquor. 3 stars were not. Karnataka walked a talk when it came to de-addiction. They started running government de-addiction centers. Nobody knows what's really come of that. You've had similar conversations in Andhra as well. But when it comes to how much of that has been pushed forth by the government, it's always on the lag. So that's going to be interesting to see whether Vijay does become a game changer on that. I think Jamaldeen is taking out his earphones. We're totally out of time as well. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining us, Jamaldeen, Sriram, as well as Kolappan. Thank you so much.
Thank you.